I was still in a meeting at the company when I suddenly received a call from my brother.
Hey, witch! My real sister is back, and from now on, the company is all mine. Don't even think about getting a penny.
I decisively hung up the phone. Listening further would only mean more of Alex's insults. But I didn't expect Alex to be so reckless. Over the years, every time he insulted me or tried to trip me up, he would end up with bad luck afterward.
No need to continue. Save these things for Alex and your so-called real daughter.
Everyone was stunned. They had worked under me for a long time and naturally knew my methods. Now that I was leaving, the lifespan of the Shen Corporation was effectively over.
Ms. Shen, where are you going? We'll follow you.
I'm going to Blue Sky Temple. Your expertise doesn't match, so you can't come.
Blue Sky Temple is the largest and most effective temple in the entire city of A. Of course, this temple was also founded by me.
In this silent world, only the sound of bells and chimes remains. Indeed, my Blue Sky Temple is a place of peace.
I sat in a rocking chair in the backyard, fanning myself with a palm leaf fan, while a young monk reluctantly fed me fruit.
Listen to you talk, it's as if our Shen family treated you badly.
Henry felt a bit embarrassed. He pushed Alex forward, and Alex fell to his knees with a thud.
Didn't I bring your brother to apologize? Don't be angry, come back to the company.
Alex feared Henry, but he didn't want to apologize either. He couldn't utter a word for a long time.
First of all, I am saying that your Shen family made me uncomfortable. Secondly, Alex is not my brother.
I refused bluntly, not intending to save face for Henry at all. I didn't even open my eyes, not giving them a single glance from beginning to end.
If you're asking for help, you should have the right attitude.
Henry still carried the airs of the president of Shen Corporation, so I didn't need to accommodate his so-called nurturing grace. After all, I was the one who single-handedly supported the entire Shen Corporation.
What are you talking about? Alex has called you sister for 20 years.
I vaguely heard Henry kick Alex. Since there was a good show to watch, I opened my eyes.
My real sister is back. What kind of sister is she?
Alex was particularly stubborn about this matter. He turned his head away from me and tried to get up from the ground.
Idiot, do you think your luxurious life came from nowhere?
Henry kicked Alex down, and Alex lay on the ground, unable to get up for a long time.
Megan, your brother just doesn't know how to talk. He actually cares about you.
Henry knew that without me, he wouldn't live a good life either, so he finally showed some guilt and humility.
If it's because of me, I can stay out of the Shen family and continue living outside.
Emily, or rather Qingyi, stood at the door with a tearful look. Emily, or rather Qingyi, stood at the door with tears in her eyes.
Sis, why are you here?
Alex scrambled up from the ground and rushed to Emily.
Didn't I tell you not to come here? Who knows what that crazy woman might do to you?
Emily, why are you here?
Henry's face turned pale. Crazy woman? Is he talking about me? Well, if that's the case, I might as well live up to Alex's expectations.
Do you think this place is a market where anyone can just come and go?
I slammed the table. The young monk beside me understood immediately, preparing to escort the three of them out.
Megan, can I talk to you alone?
Sis, what do you have to say to her? This woman is particularly malicious. Be careful, or you'll have no place to complain if she bullies you.
Alex tugged at Emily, but she was resolute. I glanced at the sun. It was still far from mealtime, so I agreed to Emily's request. Alex shot me a vicious look, but as he turned, he bumped into the door. A pile of bird droppings fell right on his head. Just as Alex was about to curse at me, he tripped over his own feet and fell, hitting his head on the high threshold, likely resulting in a serious injury. I forgot to mention, when I'm angry, the backlash of bad luck is even stronger.
What do you want to say?
I interrupted Emily's worried gaze.
I'm sorry for the inconvenience my identity has caused you. Actually, I've been doing well with my adoptive parents and had no desire to return to the family, but you can't stay in the family because of me.
Emily started to cry again, so I quickly stuffed a grape into her mouth.
There's more to it, right? Just get to the important part.
After years of practice, I could sense people's intentions more keenly. It was clear that Emily bore no ill will towards me.
I've made a name for myself in the entertainment industry. I heard you once dreamed of becoming a star. I happen to have a spot on a variety show. Would you like to try?
Emily handed me a folder full of details about the show. Looking into her watery eyes, I couldn't refuse and agreed. Fate took a turn for the worse when Emily's adoptive parents had an unfortunate accident. Although Alex thought I was behind it, it was just a twist of fate. Meanwhile, Emily's reputation online was getting worse, with dubious photos, accusations of wearing fake designer clothes, and false rumors of tax evasion and imprisonment. Previously, Emily's fortune seemed destined for great wealth and success without any setbacks. Something must have gone wrong. Worried that Emily might not handle the continuous blows well, I quickly moved into her place. Emily opened the door, her eyes red from crying for a long time.
Megan, why are you here?
I'm afraid you'll cry yourself blind and won't be able to take me on the show.
I went straight to the bathroom, soaked a towel in hot water, wrung it out, and pressed it against Emily's face.
The company said I offended some big shots and they're going to blacklist me. I can't take you on the show anymore.
Big shots? Bigger than me?
I scoffed. All right, kiddo, stop crying. Go lie on the couch. I'll make you something good to eat. I went to the kitchen and started making calls to smooth things over. The boss of Orange Entertainment, Richard, had a habit of finding mistresses among the company's female artists. After his divorce, he became even more brazen. Emily had been harassed by Richard before, but this time it was worse. Richard had gathered several executives to find women together, and Emily's firm refusal had earned their resentment. These people had previously been wary of the family, but seeing that I had left and my subordinates had scattered, they had no more reservations. I forwarded the list of names to my former subordinates.
Get ready. If I need it, make sure they go bankrupt.
Emily fell asleep on the couch. I tucked her in and removed the bad luck aura from her. My girl must have good fortune every day. What are you talking about? Alex has called you sister for 20 years. I vaguely heard Henry kick Alex. Since there was a good show to watch, I opened my eyes.
My real sister is back. What kind of sister is she? Alex was particularly stubborn about this matter. He turned his head away from me and tried to get up from the ground. Idiot, do you think your luxurious life came from nowhere? Henry kicked Alex down again, and Alex lay on the ground, unable to get up for a long time. Megan, your brother just doesn't know how to talk. He actually cares about you. Henry knew that without me, he wouldn't live a good life either, so he finally showed some guilt and humility.
If it's because of me, I can stay out of the Shen family and continue living outside. Emily, or rather Qingyi, stood at the door with a tearful look.
That's ridiculous. Who are you to curse others?
Exactly, what a piece of trash. John, who do you think you are to lash out like that?
I glanced at the comment section. It was almost entirely filled with John's fans. I didn't mind. The more they cursed me, the worse their luck would be. I was just telling the truth. How did that become a curse?
My sister isn't very good with words. Please don't mind her.
What are you trying to gain from this? Do you think you have a say here?
Exactly, stay away from John. You're not worthy.
Stop pretending to be close sisters. Everyone knows you're the real and fake daughters. What a sham.
The comment section continued to buzz with insults, just as the director started the variety show. John, being a veteran actor and the most prominent figure present, was given the task card to distribute. When it came to Emily and me, there were no cards left.
I didn't mess with you. These are all the task cards, and they just ran out when it got to you. Maybe your task cards are hidden somewhere.
Of course, the production team wouldn't print fewer task cards. It was obvious John had thrown them away. I wasn't about to dig through trash or a pigsty for task cards, so I took Emily straight to the largest farmhouse here. I forgot to mention, this farmhouse is also my property. Emily and I feasted heartily while the comment section continued to rage. I ate happily, knowing that bad people would get their comeuppance eventually. Before we finished eating, one of my subordinates came to report that Sophia and John had been grouped together. Their randomly assigned task was to cook, but neither of them knew how, so they were reassigned to cleaning out the pigsty.
Won't that ruin Sophia's innocent image?
I asked, not losing my appetite, looking at the person reporting with interest.
Not only that, but they were also knocked into the pigsty by a wild boar. They were covered in filth, and after taking a shower, they demanded to switch back to cooking, making both the kitchen and the pigsty stink. John even cut his foot while chopping fish and had to be taken to the hospital.
First of all, let me clarify that I wouldn't laugh unless I couldn't help it. Secondly, I burst out laughing.
How's that big wild boar doing? It touched an award-winning actor, so it should be well taken care of and put on display. I said, arranging for the remaining guests to be brought to the farmhouse while feeling a bit schadenfreude.
Thank you. That place was really uninhabitable. Olivia, a newly popular actress known for her straightforward personality, said without any pretense, looking like she was about to throw up.
Stop pretending to be nice, she muttered under her breath.
You're not far from a mishap yourself. I waved my hand and had her escorted out immediately.
Hearing this, everyone looked at me differently. After all, I had just said that John would have a mishap today, and he ended up getting hurt.
Did you really kick Sophia out? She asked, her phone filled with missed calls from her agent. I took her phone and turned it off.
Yeah, let's sneak a peek, I said, and Emily and I moved, with everyone following us. Before we even reached the door, we heard Sophia cursing loudly.
Who does Megan think she is, kicking me out? Just because she has some money, she thinks she can treat me like this? I'll make sure Emily gets blacklisted.
Hearing this, everyone's expressions changed. They had a cameraman live streaming, which meant Sophia's words were heard by all the viewers.
I signaled everyone to stop, and I went to see Sophia myself.
Sophia couldn't contain her anger when she saw me, almost ready to pounce on me.
Stay away from me, you stink, I said, pinching my nose in disgust, my voice muffled. Who do you think you are to blacklist Emily? You're just a minor actress.
A minor actress? Do you know how long I had to cozy up to Richard to get here? Your money means nothing. Sophia, no longer the innocent girl she pretended to be, snapped. Honestly, if she put this energy into acting, she might have won an award by now.
Oh my, Sophia's true colors are showing. Sophia's reputation is ruined. Is this the same innocent girl we knew? I can't believe this is real.
When Sophia saw Emily and the others emerge from behind me, she was on the verge of breaking down. She realized her career in the entertainment industry was over. Sophia chose to avoid the situation by pretending to faint. Though her fainting wasn't convincing, her fall was real, resulting in a head injury. I told you there would be trouble, I muttered, feeling a sense of relief as I watched Sophia being carried away. With so many incidents occurring one after another, the variety show had to be temporarily halted. The guests had to stay at my farmhouse, and I took the opportunity to make some money off them. Meanwhile, hashtags like hashtag Sophia Scandal, hashtag John Hospitalized, and hashtag Alex Bad Luck quickly trended online. I found the last one a bit misleading. People who didn't know might think it was me who was unlucky. Scrolling through the gossip, I arranged for someone to manage Emily's public image and clear up any negative rumors about her. Whoever posted fake photos of Emily, I sued them all. These days, it's too easy to tarnish a girl's reputation with a doctored image and a few careless words. This kind of behavior is rampant in the entertainment industry and resonates with many people. As for the counterfeit designer clothes, the designer herself came forward to say she liked Emily and would continue to send her clothes. The designer's affection for Emily was genuine, but the promise of more clothes was clearly to appease me. No problem, I was pleased. Resources and money? I have plenty to give. The rumors about tax evasion and imprisonment were completely false. Emily was so timid, always crying to me, she wouldn't dare do such things. Taking advantage of the high attention, Emily and I started a live stream.
Just trying to clear your name, huh? Why don't you admit what you've done? Trolls immediately grouped up to attack as soon as we started. I had professionals handle it while I cursed back.
Admit to something that never happened? How about you admit to being ugly and twisted?
I don't think you're any innocent flower, you're filthy.
Why don't you stuff your unwashed underwear from last week in your mouth? Your mouth is spewing garbage.
After several rounds of back and forth, a new hashtag Alex cursing trended.
Alex, do you really understand metaphysics? You've been so accurate with predicting trouble. Fake, the host doesn't know metaphysics. Rich Alex, will you be my sugar mommy?
No, the host is not a sugar mommy.
Alex, you and Emily make such a sweet couple.
Couple? What couple? I was almost falling asleep when I suddenly sat up, startled by the comment.
Alex and Emily. Rich, powerful sister versus innocent little sister in the entertainment industry. I love it.
Seeing the flood of comments about us being a couple, I quickly ended the live stream.
Ahem, the entertainment industry is like this, always pairing people up. Don't mind it, Emily tried to comfort me, noticing my discomfort.
Oh, I don't mind, I said, feeling my brain go numb, unable to think straight.
But sister, you're blushing.
The variety show was gaining popularity, and the director invited the original cast, except for Sophia, to participate again.
This time, John almost avoided me entirely, but other male celebrities gathered around me.
Would you like to pair up for the next segment?
Maybe we could work together on a new project?
However, I actually prefer the gentle and caring type. Just as I was thinking this, Emily came over and separated me from the others.
What's up?
I patted Emily's fluffy head.
We drew the cooking task card and were paired with Olivia.
She showed me the task card.
Hopefully, the knife blade won't fall off this time.
I glanced at John's still limping figure, feeling a bit uneasy. Despite the director's repeated assurances, Olivia picked up the knife and chopped down hard.
The knife blade flew off, heading straight for Olivia's face.
I pulled Olivia back forcefully, using my arm to block the flying blade. Emily quickly pushed Olivia aside and tore off a piece of her dress to bandage my arm. Seeing Emily's eyes brimming with tears, I helplessly ruffled her hair. The set was shut down, and the entire crew went to the hospital together. The nurse bandaged me up quickly, and I peeked through the door, intending to check if Emily was crying. Instead, I saw Emily angrily scolding the entire director team, who could only listen with their heads down. I couldn't help but chuckle, realizing Emily wasn't a delicate flower but a fiery pepper. With my injury and John's leg still not fully recovered, the show was put on hold. However, public opinion shifted in our favor, and I even gained a fan base, including fans of me and Emily as a pair. Of course, the most popular phrase was my "you're always so unlucky" catchphrase. John, having suffered a setback with me, secretly took it out on Emily. I discovered this when Emily hadn't been active for a month, claiming she was on vacation.
I can't always rely on you for everything. You have so much to deal with, and I feel bad for you,
Emily said, resting her head on my shoulder. I sighed helplessly.
Some things are difficult to handle without the right connections. The entertainment industry is too complicated.
I felt a bit frustrated, sensing a distance growing between us.
Since you put it that way, I'll leave everything to you from now on,
Emily said sweetly, instantly lifting my spirits. Just as I was about to take action, I saw a video online of Emily's foster parents accusing her of abandoning them for money. Seeing the two people in the video, who were not Emily's real foster parents, crying their eyes out, Emily and I exchanged glances.
Sis, it's all yours,
Emily said with a playful smile before darting into the house. Since they were playing dirty, I wasn't afraid to fight back. That day, Orange Entertainment's stock plummeted, and Emily's situation was clarified. I posted, "John, you're always so unlucky. Orange Entertainment, you're in big trouble." John's scandalous photos were exposed, revealing his involvement in illegal activities and tax evasion amounting to $3 billion. Richard was charged with multiple crimes, including illegal activities, tax evasion, and intentional harm, and the case was filed. With Richard in custody, Orange Entertainment was quickly divided among other companies. Due to my forewarning, I quickly gained a fan base after John's downfall. In short, I became famous. Emily was enthusiastically helping me choose a script. Just looking at the dense text gave me a headache. Eventually, Emily decided I should try out for a major fantasy project. At the audition site, there weren't many people. I leaned against the wall, feeling drowsy, while Emily, who accompanied me, was full of excitement.
Megan, look, there are so many people today. You have to give it your all.
All right.
Acting wasn't my forte, and not getting selected would be just fine. Suddenly, the roar of a motorcycle grew louder. Just as I was about to turn my head to look, Emily pushed me aside.
Watch out!
Then, a loud crash followed. I struggled to get up and saw Emily lying unconscious on the ground after being hit by the motorcycle. Panic and anger surged through me.
Call an ambulance! Does anyone know first aid?
The scene was chaotic. Someone called for an ambulance, and the security guards restrained the motorcyclist. I stumbled over to Emily's side.
Emily, can you hear me? Say something.
With trembling hands, I checked her condition. She had no pulse. Forcing myself to stay calm, I immediately started chest compressions. I numbly performed the compressions, channeling all my energy into saving Emily. I didn't know when the ambulance arrived, nor did I have the strength to get on it. When I came to my senses, only a crowd of onlookers and the perpetrator remained. I shakily stood up and walked over to the culprit. I didn't hit him, I just stared at him silently before mustering all my strength to say,
"You're done for today."
With that, I lost all my strength and fainted. Megan opened her eyes to the sounds of a heated argument.
What are you talking about? Alex has called you sister for 20 years.
Megan saw Henry kick Alex. She couldn't help but watch the unfolding drama.
My real sister is back. What kind of sister is she?
Alex turned his head away from Megan and tried to get up from the ground.
Idiot, do you think your luxurious life came from nowhere?
Henry kicked Alex down again, leaving him lying on the ground.
Megan, your brother just doesn't know how to talk. He actually cares about you.
Henry knew that without Megan, his life wouldn't be so comfortable, so he finally showed some guilt and humility.
If it's because of me, I can stay out of the Shen family and continue living outside.
Emily, or rather Qingyi, stood at the door with a tearful look. Henry confronted Alex with frustration, while Megan watched from the sidelines, her eyes slowly opening to the scene before her.
What are you talking about? Alex has called you sister for 20 years.
Henry gave Alex a swift kick, causing him to struggle on the ground. Megan observed with a hint of curiosity.
My real sister is back. What kind of sister is she?
Alex turned his head away from Megan, attempting to rise from the floor.
Idiot, do you think your luxurious life came from nowhere?
Henry kicked Alex down again, leaving him lying on the ground, unable to get up.
Megan, your brother just doesn't know how to talk. He actually cares about you.
Henry's voice softened as he spoke. He knew he couldn't maintain his lifestyle without Megan.
If it's because of me, I can stay out of the Shen family and continue living outside.
Emily, or rather Qingyi, stood at the door, her eyes brimming with tears.